And welcome back to Mods by Category. Today, we're going to look at the fertilizer spreader category. Let's get in there and see what I've picked out for you. Roll to the top. To start off, now this is a new one. Kind of similar to this one. One's a good old mainstay. The Sulky X50 Canav. I did just get an update. 3,200 to 4,000 liters, not super big, but it does do 24 to 50 meters, which is very good. 21,000, pretty easy to pull behind most tractors. Capacities, again, you can fix the covers, working with. So it is adjustable. The new update is new 3D textures, animations, and configurations. So pretty cool. I've used this one a lot. It's my basic vert spreader. Next, we got another little mainstay that I have is the 6-ton fertilizer spreader. It has fert and lime and salt, if you're into that sort of thing. Default is 6,000 liters. You have a 9,000 liter capacity and a 25,000 unrealistic gameplay capacity. So if you're doing a little bit bigger farms, this is good for that. You have wheel configurations, animated components, the rear axle that lifts to the train. It's only 12 grand base price, but 25,000 liters. Now on PC, this has a little bit of an issue with the vehicle control add-on. Doesn't quite auto detect the width right, but you know, for all platforms, this is great. 25,000 liter capacity with 12,000 base price. Not bad. Rolling down, we get to our next one. I got to throw a big one in here for you. We've got the Case Titan Floater Pack. This is a little bit more expensive, 273 base. Goes up to 410 horsepower. It goes pretty fast. You got all kinds of wheel color choice, vehicle numbers, and the fenders. Got the floater for 282. You've got the boom for 95. Holds up to 15,000 liters, 18 meters, which is pretty good. Single tank, solid fert, and lime. Double tank, solid fert, and oilseed radish seed. I don't know why you do that, but you know, hey, you can. The liquid system's 103 grand, 75, 71 liters, 13 to 28 spread. Liquid fert and herbicide. Then, of course, you got the Case Dry Box, which is the rebranded new liter for 32 grand, 14, 18,000. 18 meters on lime, which is pretty good. 28 on the solid fert. And, you know, you got liquid, you got the dry box. I mean, what more could you want? These are really impressive. I do like the single floater there. It's kind of neat. But if you're doing some bigger farms, I had to put one in there for you. Now, I do like this Case Trident. The reason I didn't include this one is for console. You have to manually pick up the attachments and set them on. Kind of can be tricky on console. On PC, obviously super strength fixes everything, but that's why I chose this Case Titan. Next up, another just workhorse vert spreader, the Lizard 87,000. And this is good for small or medium because it does have a 7,000 liter capacity, only 23 grand, and the working width is 42 meters. So we're going to try all these out as we normally do. But again, pretty good capacity, pretty cheap for a vert spreader. This one works 100% of the time. And then lastly, had to include a small one in here. And this is just my favorite vert spreader. If it had a giant capacity, which I could make it, but if it did, I would use it all the time. It's 18 meter work width, 3,450 bucks. Only holds up to 1,650 liters, but as we'll show you in game, just my favorite. There's a reason, but we'll show you. So there's 5 of them. There's plenty of good ones in here. The Brettles, the Star Imperador is really nice. A few of the others that I didn't pick just for various reasons, like this Agro Taurus truck is great, but you need a truck with it. So I kind of want to keep it just one simple thing. But again, you get things like this, which is very good. The only reason is the 12 meters on the lime. Still a good choice. It's beautifully done. But I had to pick 5, so I did. So let's jump into game. let's show them working and show you why I like them. All right, so we've jumped in game. We're going to take a look at all 5 of these just to show you how they work. We're going to start with the Sulky. Now, I do want to point out in this one, this is the only one that doesn't take lime, but again, it's a mainstay fert spreader for me, so it gets included on the list. Now we have configurations from 24, 32, or 4,000 liters. We have protection kits, changes that cover right there. You don't really need it. We've got 2 different support systems. You got the casters. If you'd like the simple support, we've got a cover, a nice cover. We're working with, which is really cool, is 24 to 36, 32 to 44, or 40 to 50. We can change these widths. Change the color. Can't really do much. It's just on the bottom down there. And your design color, you can change cover. Can't change the sulky blue. Let's grab this one. I've gotten a tractor here. Really like this McCormick. It might make medium tractors list. Can open the cover, and we'll get a little bit of fert here just to show you that it does load. If we open this up, we do have to unfold this one. Doesn't really do much. Can unload it. It has the variable work width, so 50 down to 40. Variable work width is kind of nice. We've purchased this field up here just to show you how it works. I would like this if it took lime. It would be my number 1, but like I said, just doing fert is pretty good. And you can see how wide that is. Quite a big stretch there. So 4,000 liters, again, not big, but 50 meters is. So, and for most farms, when you're starting out, this is fairly cheap as a fert spreader. I like it. Variable widths, does what it's supposed to do, and it looks amazing. All right, next up, we've got the 6-ton fertilizer spreader. 2 options here. You got the salt spreader or the fertilizer spreader, ground driven. 12,200, again, cheap. And it does take lime, so we do like that. So if we start off, we got our standard. We've got the extension to 9,000. Extension 2 doesn't really do anything. Got extended to 25,000. That's what we want. 25,000 unrealistic liters. Got wheel brands, the Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin, Nokian. I mean, they don't really change anything. We've got the Agri-Terras on the Michelins, or Twins on the Nokians. Just get the Twins just to be different. We've got our Lizard farming on the side, or standard if you don't want it. I like the Lizard. We've got a cover. Don't really need it. Spreader system is standard or extended. It is 10,000. That's not cheap. So we got 15 meters, and then we go to extended for 10 grand for 24 meters, which I kind of like. Color options on this one, we've got everything. Our tanks is toothpastey as we want. Kind of make it normal. Normal for me, at least. You got the spinners. Back there, you can change our cover, which we don't have, and our rim color. So we've got out the door for 39,150, but we've got 25,000 liters at 24 meters. So, yeah, check it out. back up correctly. We'll get there. We're way off. Okay. There we go. Now again, we're going to easy deb some of this stuff in here just to make it faster, but there's 25,000 liters of our lime. Again, all these mods I picked, I mean, all the mods in the Modhub, to be frank, look amazing. But I really like the look of this one. The ability to up the capacity. You can see we're at 24 meters, which is not bad. It does the job. This vert spreader is pretty light. So if you're going super fast speeds, we're doing 16, but it will bounce a little bit, but you know, that's on you if you're going 50 miles an hour. And now we'll change this to our Fert. And you can see we go twice as wide. Didn't say that, but it does. So pretty standard for different widths for lime and Fert. But you can see we've got 25,000 liters. Pretty widespread. I'm guessing that's in the 40s. But again, all these things do what they say. This one's got the big capacity, fairly decent price at 40 grand, and does both. All right, up next we've got the Case Titan floater pack. You got to have a big machine just in case you're on, you know, those big maps, a lot of acres. Get two options here. We've got the floater, which again is my favorite. That single tire. Engine setups from 340, 410. Wheel brands. Nothing really changes. I mean, the Midas one, that's a pretty big tire. Redestein, Continental, Trelleborg. So numbers, you want that sort of thing, you got the numbers on the front up to 9. Fenders on the back, yes or no. Main color, you can choose some things. You got the Steiger green, all the case colors. However you would like it. Pretty simple machine. Now the 4000 floater got the 4 wheels. 340, 410. Basically the same, except just brands here. We don't have the bigger Midas. And the numbers 1 through 9. Fenders on the back, yes or no. And our main colors, again, are the same. So there's the things that are going to pull the spreaders. You have 3 options here. And this is the 810 air boom. Now, go back. As you can see, this one does do the seed. This is the cover crop. 15,000 liters to start on your single tank. With your cover crop spreading, it goes down to 11,000. Now, I don't see many people doing oilseed radish anymore, but you know, for 100 grand, there it is. If you need it. Our more standard booms, we got our liquid system, liquid fert and herb, 28 meters, 7,571 liters, matching colors. And our dry box, 14,000 liters. We put the extension of 18,000. You lose the cover when you do that, but the cover. Of course, our colors all match as well. So I have at least a few of these. Go take a look. Now again, the reason I like these is because they come on these crystals here, the stands. All you got to do is back in and attach and unattach if necessary, and you have your dry box. And let's easy deb this in here. We've got lime or solid fert. Start with lime. Does drive a decent speed on its own, so not super slow. And our spread is fairly decent. You can see lime just spreads what it's going to spread. Not much you can do about that. Doesn't spread like solid fert, but You're going 19 miles an hour. You're spreading lime. Pretty good. Now if we change this to Fert. A little bit wider. You can see. Again, I'm going pretty fast. We've got a pretty big capacity. Now this is more expensive than all the others, probably combined, but you know, I got to give you option. So if we jump in our liquid, now the one downside to this one is if you're using precision farming, it does not have spot spray. We can fill it with the liquid fert or the herb. You can unfold it. As you can see, we can change the work width. So if you do need to just do a little touch up there, you've got that. Full on. A little bit less. A little bit less. Tiny. And then all the way. So variable work width, again, is great. If you like the floater. Pretty good width for fert on this one, on the boom. And herbicide as well, if you need to do that. And these things are just great. Got a lot of ground to cover. Got some cash. This is a good option for you. Moving on to the Lizard 87,000. Surprise. It has 7,000 liter capacity. 42 meters, lime and fert. No options. It's just there. It does what it does. Nothing fancy about this one. It's got a good look to it regardless. Again, variable working with. Quite a few changes there. You're 42. Go down to 15 meters if you'd like. So you got quite a few different options there. That changes. You want the step out. The ladder, you want to climb up in there. See, that moves. Great sounds with that. Fill it up with lime to start. I kind of like the look of this one a lot. I end up using this a lot. It's fairly cheap. Go back in our field and show you the work widths. There's full out, and as you can see, it's wide. 7,000 liters. We change that. All down to that. So, you know, if you got to, it's there. But of course, that's why we got it. So it is spreading quite a bit of lime. Put some fert in there and show you that. And the variable width on that, but good spread, 7,000 liters. It's a good mid-sized. And this is a little bit slower on this one. We're doing 11, but we're getting a pretty wide spread. Again, just kind of standard, basic, cheap fert spreader that works perfectly. And lastly, for the small farms out there, I had to include this one. Again, it's my favorite. You'll see why. The Vicon PS 1004 1654. 1 to 1.7 cubic meters. You'll see. 18 meters, lime and fert. $3,400. Super cheap for a starting small farm. We've got the extension. We start off with 1,000 liters. Got 1.7. Got the design. It has the support wheels on it, the spraying sheet, the wheels and the spraying sheet. Like the spraying sheet myself. Again, you're under $4,000, $3,900, and this thing is just fun. So let's grab this. because the fun is in this thing working. Again, it's not very big capacity, but we're on a smaller farm. This is way too big a tractor for it, but we have it, so we're gonna get it. And the look on this one is just great. Drive over to our field. Let's fill her up. Start with our lime. Now, this I refer to as the Waggler Dangler, and I mean, you're gonna see why, because we've got a dangling bit there off the back, but when you turn it on, you can see it's just going side to side. It's doing a waggle. Again, a decent spread for lime there. Not a huge capacity, but just fun watching that thing just fly all over the place. Just spraying lime everywhere. The Waggler Dangler. Now we'll put some fert in there. Same width, but you know, same cool waggle on that. I don't know. I just find it fun. I don't know why it amuses me, but it does. And anytime I start a small farm, I end up using this one. It goes anywhere. The capacity, again, not very big, but you know, doing a small farm, you don't need that much. But 12 miles an hour is not bad, and this thing is just, it makes me smile. So there you have it. There's 5 of my favorite mods from the fertilizer spreader category. What's yours? Tell me down in the comments below. Remember, if you like these videos, hit the like, hit subscribe. And until next time, in the next category, thank you for watching.